Well, hey there, Vern. Good to see you can make the review there. My trusty colleague. And of course, Sparky. I've got Sparky doing a little research for me here on this review. Sparky, I see you've been into the Scotch again. I thought we talked about that earlier. So we're going to locate Glenfarclas Distillery. It's in the Speyside region south of Aberlour, in the Belladock area there near Belladock Castle. So there it is, Glenfarclas Distillery, just off A95, Highway A95. Well, folks, welcome to Noel's World of Whiskey. And what have I done here today? Well, I've worked. After work, I snuck up into the mountains there and went for a Nordic ski. And what do I love to do after a good whack of exercise up in the mountains? I like to do a whiskey review. Now, I haven't eaten, so I want to take it easy on this stuff here. These are two whiskeys that, man, don't really need much introduction. This guy here, hard to get. It's the infamous 15 Glenfarclas, well sought after. It is, I think this is at 46. I'll check on it there, but I'm pretty sure it's at 46er. They're not putting it on the, oh yeah, it's 46%. It's on the side of the container there. And we have here the 17. Now this is a very popular whiskey, and it is a 43%. So what I like about Glenfarclas, they do a 105, which is cask strength, and they were one of the first to do cask strength bottlings. And then they do the family series, which they have a lot of casks. This company, instead of giving the blenders all their whiskey, they started storing away casks many years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. So they have some incredible casks, and they love to work with sherry Jimenez casks, and they have an exclusive relationship with, with a cooperage in Jimenez, so in Spain. This is an independent family, the Grant family. They go back to 1860. Actually, go back farther than that, when he took over the distillery from Robert Hay, who had passed away, I think, in around 1860. Robert Hay, I believe, started up in, well, he probably was doing illegal distilling in the early 1800s, but I think it was around 1823 he actually took out a license. But when he passed away, I think it was around 1860, His neighbor, of course, was John Grant. And John Grant purchased the distillery, I think, for 500 pounds or something. I don't know. But anyways, that's we'll talk about that in the video. We're going to do a review. We're going to probably, this time around, I think we'll go for the 15, and next time around we'll go for the 17. So we'll put this up here, out of the way, and I was going to read, I think I need 2 pairs of glasses to read this. This is really tough to read. It's such fine print. It says, this is not just a bottle of 15-year-old Highland malt. It is a result of over 180 years of tradition and experience. Secrets and also nurtured through 6 generations of my family here in the heart of Speyside. And many have wondered at the origins of the unique taste of Glenfarclas. Some believe the secret lies in the tumbling waters of the green burn, marred with the fresh Highland air. Others believe it is our copper stills, which are continuing to be direct fire. They're one of the last of the distilleries that are still direct firing. In other words, they're not using steam, but they actually have direct firing. And they actually did try steam, and I think it was back in somewhere around 2000 or whatever, and it didn't work. So they tried it and decided to go back to direct fire. So, anyways, it basically, some believe it's our uncompromising commitment to maturing Glenfarclas in the best oak casks and traditional dunnage warehouses. But anyways, this is an independent family, one of the last of the independent families, the Grant families. They go back 6 generations. I think their direct fired stills have a lot to do with the heavier distillate they get out of this. So that is just what I've read and some of the comments I've heard from some of the more knowledgeable reviewers out there. Guys like Ralphie and that, they believe that's what it is. Anyways, I'm not a Scotsman. I'm not in Scotland like these reviewers that live in Scotland, though I've been around distilleries here in Canada. But it's a different song and dance here than it is back in Scotland. But anyways, let's get to the review. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give this the nose. And we'll see what it's all about. Traditional Glenfarclas bottle. Non-chill filtered. No coloring added. And 46% ABV. I noticed that cork was almost off. I hope we didn't have any spillage in here. No, it smells good. Gotta make sure those corks go on well. Anyways. The nose. It's a little heavy on the sherry. Definitely, I'm not going to call it a sherry bomb, but there is definitely a lot of presence of sherry. It's somewhere getting close to an Aberlour, but so wow. You're gonna get the sherry oak. You get the fruit, and kind of a funny mix of fruit and toffee, caramel, wee bit of mint, cinnamon. This is good quality sherry. Oh yeah. something about a Glenfarclas. Even though it really indulges in sherry cask. I mean, that's their trademark. I don't really think of it as a bomb, though. You know, some people do, but I don't, because there's other stuff going on here. It's got a bit of a nutty character to it here. And, you know, you've got the, even a bit of honey there. But the dark fruits, you know, the prunes and the raisins. Boy, it's getting something else in here too. Very, very slight sulfur notes. Very slight, like pleasant. Dates. Here comes the vanilla. No smoke, no smoke. Not even a charred barrel. But yeah, minty and a little bit of spice in the background there. Probably baking spices. Anyways, let's go for the palate. Sláinte. Sherry. Oh yeah, lots of sherry. Oof. Even at 46, this is, it's got a little bit of a kick, but a good kick. And we've got that Demerara sugar, slight bit of molasses, but sherry. Dark fruits, dates, plums, raisins. Nice. Got some nuts going on here. Hazelnuts. Hazel, maybe something, even a bit of almond. I always say this almondy. Little almond stuff going on there. And that's with the cinnamon. Almonds and cinnamon. Oh, dessert. Coating the tongue. This has got some body to it. Boy, we've got the toffee, the cake. Even a little bit of lemon stuff going on, a little bit of citrus stuff, maybe lemon peel. As we're kind of getting to the tail end here, I could even say marzipan. Very, very slight at the tail end there. I'm getting a very slight bit of the bitter chocolate, dark bitter chocolate, like that 75-80% stuff. Let's do the finish. Oak. I'm getting the oak. Wee bit of astringency from the oak. Not criticizing the barrel though. Just a wee bit. So, the sherry oak. Now a bit of vanilla. So we're getting a decent short to pardon me, medium medium, I'm not going to say medium short, medium, a medium finish. Definitely not short, but I was going to say medium short, but no, it's a medium finish. So like I said, there's a little bit of a smack to this, so we're going to give it a little bit of water, but first I'm going to add a little, and we'll give it a few drops of water, and let's see what happens to it. See if we can get some different notes, see if things open up a little bit. And again, I'm not a believer in a lot of water, so this is going to be about drops. Give it a little swirl. Wow. I think I could identify a Glenfarclas on a blind nosing, because it just has that. It's this slight sulfur notes, but not like a Craigellachie. It's unique, and I like it. It's just because of its uniqueness. They talk funky about some of these whiskeys, and I don't know if it's funky. I'm getting pretty used to Glenfarclas, so I don't think I'm going to call it funky, but it's different. It really opens up with the water. So like I said, I was getting slight sulfur notes there with the sherry. Very slight. Pleasantly slight. Enjoyably slight. You know, I think a little bit of water is good in the 46. Just a very slight bit of water, especially for some of you that are more into the 40s and 43s. If you're used to a 40 and 43 ABV, definitely add just a bit of water to it. So let's give it the palate. Oh, nice. Water for sure. Very nice. This is a dessert. So sweet, just as I was saying in the nose, the demerara, the fruit cake, almost Christmas baking, Christmas fruit cakes, even maybe a little bit of shortbread. Wow, this is a rich drink. It's really turned it into the word delicious. Not smelling the sulfur notes anymore. Yeah, for sure I would be looking at maybe adding a little bit of water. So anyways, I definitely think this is something that you want to put in your wheelhouse, and I think this deserves a decent mark. What am I going to give it? This is going to be, I'm going to look at this as probably, it's an 86. It's going to be 85, 86, somewhere in that area there. Definitely something that you got to have a Glenfarclas. Everybody has to have a Glenfarclas on their shelf. And if you're limited in your finances, well, which one's it going to be? Is it going to be the 12, the 15, the 17, the 105? The 105 is for somebody that's willing to take a smack in the face. And a lot of people I find with 105s are adding water anyways. So I've had 105s and I just stopped buying them because you add the water and you might as well be here at a 15. You've got more 15-year-old whiskey in this than you do in the 105. And we'll talk about the 17 when I get into the 17. And I would love to get into a 21, but it's a little bit out of my reach. Who knows, maybe someday somebody will get me a gift. Respect for the distillery. Even if I didn't like one of their whiskeys, I sure respect the distillery, the people running it. So anyways, let's be fair with this. Let's give it an 86. It's a good whiskey. I'm going to say it's worth putting in your wheelhouse. So thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to ask you to Drink wisely, drink intelligently, and do not drink and drive. Until the next time, Sláinte.